Hello and welcome back to Cars of Glasgow. I'm Thomas and today join me with this, the Jaecoo J5. Now this is a compact B-segment SUV, the smaller sibling to the very popular J7 SUV that you see on the UK roads here. So in this video I'm going to give you a walk around tour of the car, show you what it's like in the interior and get you on the road for a test drive. So stay tuned for this video. So the J5 is available as a fully electric BEV model, or this, we've got the combustion version. Now you can tell the difference between them because this one has the trademark water style grille, which you see very familiar on the UK roads with the J7, and it comes in two trim levels. So this is a luxury, which we have these LED headlights up front, but if you go for an entry level pure model, you're going to notice we've got little halogen bulbs up front, so that's how you kind of notice the difference. Now everything else in the car is kind of giving you the same kind of design language that we see on the Jaecoo 7, so it's kind of more squared off, a little bit blocky, a little bit chunky, and it's a rather handsome looking vehicle. You can see how the larger model has sold well in the UK. Now prices start from £24,505 for the on-the-road price of the pure model. You add about £3,000 for this luxury trim to give you all the goodies, which we'll cover when we get into the interior of the car. So even with the headlights, they've got this little kind of square rectangular pattern that you see on some of the other design details throughout the cabin. They're indicated here on the headlight here. We are riding on 18-inch diamond cut alloy wheels wrapped in Continental Eco Contact 7 rubber on this vehicle. Now round the side of the car you're going to notice a strong shoulder line that works its way up, as well as a roof line that's going to taper down a little bit to visually kind of elongate the appearance of the vehicle. However, it is worth noting this car is a little bit shorter than things like the Nissan Qashqai or the Range Rover Evoque. So around the rear of the car we do have a little roof spoiler up here, which is pretty cool, with an integrated wiper blade which just helps clean up the rear design of the vehicle. We have this black strip that says Jaecoo running across the rear. We've got a big Jaecoo 5 badge here to let everybody know what model you have purchased. Parking sensors, and then same as the headlights with these little rectangles kind of into the bottom of the bumper here. No visible tailpipes in this vehicle as well, and being a luxury model we do have a power tailgate of about 480 litres of boot space, which is squared off, a little bit of storage underneath, little kit there for tyre sealant, little ducats down the sides. It is worth noting we have a 60-40 split in the rear of the vehicle, and everything in the back has kind of been designed to be pet friendly, which is a theme here which we'll cover when we get into the interior of the car. In the back of the car, got plenty of headroom, decent enough knee room. I have moved this further back for filming, but yeah, it's pretty decent back here. I'm 5'11", plenty of headroom, shoulder room. There is seating for free, but we do have cup holders. We do have child seat isofix points in the outer seats, as well as mat pockets behind the driver and passenger. A little fan here and a USB-A charging port. And it's worth noting as well, the floor has not got much of a transmission hump as well, so even my 5'11" self can sit in here not too badly, doing off the big glass panoramic roof here. Really nice airy cabin here for passengers, so you could probably carry 3 people back here quite regularly. 2 adults with a couple of drinks, you're going to be more than comfortable. Material quality back here is not too bad. Everything's kind of pet friendly, durable. You can wipe it down. The advertising leans really heavily into pet ownership. So the materials back here are scratch resistant and like, yeah, pet friendly, little chrome touches, a little bit of kind of vinyl stitching where your elbows are going to be. And we do have door bins there, which is also nice to see for a little bit of storage capacity. Now let's check out up front. So in the front cabin of the Jaecoo, you're greeted by this 13.2-inch touchscreen. That waterfall design continues on the interior here. Like what we've seen on the exterior grille, we've kind of got that flowing design here in the centre. So the driver does have a small 8.8-inch screen here, and that helps visually keep this dashboard kind of flat to help with visibility out front. It's almost a semi-minimalist interior in here, but yeah, that's quite a nice soft material. It's worth noting the Jaecoo 5 also gets a new steering wheel design in comparison to the Jaecoo 7. So this one's got this pinstripe black material going across the bottom here. Steering wheel's 4 spokes. We've got 2 spokes here, and it's a little bit of like a half-inch gap and a couple of spokes there for the design language. We do have all the modern safety gadgets in here. This car is in no short supply of storage. We have over 35 storage options and solutions in this car. Between cubbies, there's hooks, a big glove box. Maybe a Cars of Glasgow video without a glove box. I like how there's no fuse box or anything impeding in on the glove box storage there, so that's pretty impressive. And yeah, even storage under the centre console here. So if you are one for keeping like lots of things in your car, this is going to be something for you, because there's plenty of things around the car to keep you occupied and put things in. Now this luxury trim does have things like heated and ventilated seats. The big glass roof is aforementioned, as well as the Sony speaker system, which does sound pretty decent. But yeah, the overall build quality in here is pretty impressive for a B-segment car, especially considering this car starts just over £24,500 for the pure model. Everything here feels well built, nice touch materials, everything feels quite tactile. and solidly built. Definitely impressed with like nothing squeaking and rattling in terms of, you know, when you're shaking and moving the car, things like that. It feels very well built. Now let's get this car out on the road for a test drive. Alright guys, you join me behind the wheel of the Jaecoo J5 and let's get this out on the road for the test drive. Now, this kind of car is going to be popular because the B segment category in the UK is huge, with things like your Nissan Juke and even the Range Rover Evoque and things like that are very popular. And with the popularity of the Jaecoo 7, I am sure this is going to be a success. Now, I do quite like how you sit up in the vehicle, doing that kind of raised driving position is probably what people are aiming for. And we are off. 50 mile per hour road, foot down, and that 1.6 litre comes to life. Now all that power does go through the 7-speed transmission. Seems to be slushing through the gears not too badly. It's worth mentioning this car does have, we've got double glazed windscreen as well as front windows, so the cabin's a little bit quieter than maybe you'd expect. And now that says hit a 60 mile per hour, foot down, drops down to 5th gear, and we're cruising along. Yeah, pretty pleasant. It's comfortable enough and it's riding fairly well. It's got a new suspension shared with the Moda 5 up front, so it's got a bit more of a grown-up suspension design. Take it through a corner here. Yeah, it's doing a good job. I said visibility is a good plus point for this car, especially with that dashboard being quite low down, the bonnet extending out. Good visibility of the lines around where the bonnet is. Now of course it does come with all the suite of safety tech, such as your lane departure warning, speed sign recognition, as you can hear they're pinging along. But yes, you can turn them off in the settings if you desire. It does have 3 drive modes. We have Eco, Normal and Sports modes. We've got a big toggle down here, we can hit the button here. It starts off in normal, I've put it into sports there, goes red, some cool graphics and infotainment screen there. See what it's like. Everyone's a slightly more throttle response, a little bit more eager to accelerate, shall we say. Now, handling and steering doesn't feel too different in terms of that. Now let's pop it into Eco. Little kind of green and tree environment there for the Eco mode. Now we're trundling along at 40 miles per hour behind a Q3. The throttle input for the acceleration pedal is feeling a little bit more resistant, a little bit less eager to accelerate in the Eco mode there, so I'll probably pop it back into normal just for regular driving. At the end of the day, this car is a comfortable crossover which people are going to be buying for comfort and everyday use. Now it's beeping and bonging at me coming up to a junction here. I do quite like the mirrors in this car as well. Like your visibility is really good in this car. Like out the front, C-pillar's got a big window in it, which is nice, and then you've got blind spot in the mirrors, and the mirrors are quite large and chunky. So even for like a compact SUV, I feel the mirrors are a decent size for, you know, when you're merging, overtaking, whatever it may be. You know, it's definitely aimed at comfort, this car, and you can hear a little bit of engine noise coming through when it accelerates up. It settles down when you're travelling at a steady speed, 40, 50 miles per hour, whatever it may be. But the car does a decent job of taking you from A to B comfortably. You're buying this because you want the good tech as well, and you're getting a lot of tech for this price point of vehicle. So I just want to say thanks very much for watching this video on the Jaecoo J5. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel below, and a special thanks to Jaecoo for having me along for the launch of this car. See you next video. Ciao.